Should be up and running now.
Does Councillor Smith know? Oh, there he is.
Where is everyone? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thanks. I'm mute.
Do you want me to share the agenda?
Was Councillor Smith chairing this meeting?
Well, that's who I was talking to. Councillor Smith, you're the chair of finance.
Am I really? Sorry, I didn't realise. Sorry. News
Can
to
we
me.
just share the screen for the agenda?
Sorry, I can get the agenda up in a second.
The agenda shows that John is the chair, Councillor Burns.
Yes.
The one that I sent out, but it was incorrect. The one I was
right.
about to show would actually show the correct choice of the council.
Okay. Yeah, you can put the agenda up if you can, Colin. Okay, it's going to be a bit noisy in the background, I'm afraid. Okay, so welcome to everybody for this online meeting. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't prepared for this. So I'm not really didn't know what to say at the beginning. Do we do the normal sort of warning about this meeting's being recorded? Yeah.
No, strangely enough, we don't. I don't have an explanation for that, but we never have.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so item 2 then is your apologies for absence. Do we have any
I
apologies?
haven't received any apologies.
I think I see an email from Councillor Mason a few days ago saying that he's double booked.
If you have, then we'll put that in. I can't say I particularly recall it.
Okay.
But to be honest, I've had quite a lot of emails from quite a lot of people, so that's not impossible.
Okay. Fair enough. Item 3 then, declarations of pecuniary interest and requests for dispensations. Does anybody have any? Let's change the view because I can't see many people at the moment. Bear with a second. Okay, right. Item 4 then is the minutes of the last meeting. Hopefully people have had a chance to read those. This is to approve the meetings of the minutes of the meeting held on Tuesday the 18th of April 2023. We have a proposer for that. Yeah, Councillor Hanlon.
Yeah, 24th it says on the.
Have I got the wrong agenda? Have I got the wrong agenda? The wrong minutes.
Yeah, this is the finance one, obviously.
Yeah, this. Sorry about this.
It should be on screen. I can see them. I think you should all be able to see them.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, I can see them now. So, the actions from those. So, somebody need a proposer first. We had that as Councillor Hanlon, and I think I saw Councillor Lucarine did second it. All those in favour of accepting those? Yes. Yeah, that's accepted. Thank you very much. And actions from those meetings. Top one, what was that? Top one action, sorry? Was that anything?
Bank reconciliations were done, Chair.
Okay.
There's Kerry has worked hard to produce a nice colourful graph for you all, which hopefully you've already seen, but will go up on screen in due course. and that's it.
Nothing. Okay. Thank you. So item 5 is the item 6. Sorry, is the public forum. Do we have anybody in the public forum?
No, Chair, we don't.
Okay, fair enough. Item 7 then is the RFI report, which you should have received from Colin. Over to you, Colin.
Well, thank you, Chair. It's relatively quiet. This is to the end of May, so it's only a couple of months in. I think the only thing that, it's exciting in mine Kerry's world, but probably not in anybody else's, is that we realised that there was some recharging that hadn't been done. So there's always a usefulness to this exercise of actually checking the figures and saying, well, hang on a second, wasn't expecting that. And so that'll be corrected by the time we see the next report. But everything else is what it is. I don't think there's nothing particularly remarkable. I'm pleased with the Arts Centre's performance. It's quite a bit better than we expected. Kerry, would I be right in thinking that there may be quite a lot of pre-sales in there because we've had really strong reaction to the brochures that we've been sending out?
Yeah, we have sold a fair few tickets, and obviously we're selling tickets in advance for the Mutiny show as well. So that's going quite well.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's but it's still a good sign of strength. So, generally speaking, I'm not terribly concerned with any of the numbers. I mean, they're not necessarily the numbers I would necessarily have liked. I think the Haverhill zone, whilst I think some of the explanation for the greater loss than we expected, I think we'll take a couple of thousand off that figure. I think there's still quite a lot to be disappointed about. So it's still not perfect, but it is not. I think the next quarter that we see will give us a lot more information. Any questions on that? Shall you have Councillor Andre?
Can I just ask, I'm sure I missed something and it's not something I know about. One Haverhill expenditure that's not budgeted for. Do we know what that is?
Yeah, yes, I do. And yeah, well done. Of course, it's going to be Councillor Andre who's going to spot the mistake. So that's a missed post. I really thought hard about whether or not to even bother mentioning it was a missed post, and I genuinely thought, oh, probably nobody's even going to ask the question. But yeah, congratulations, Councillor Andre. You have spotted the deliberate mistake. Unfortunately, there was a misposting. It's already been corrected, but unfortunately, it shows up in the figures.
Okay, my apologies.
It'll disappear next month.
Thank you.
I'll move very quickly on before anyone spots anything else.
Yeah, no more questions on that section, I think. Colin, thank you.
Okay, debtors and creditors. Kerry, is there anything too much to say about that?
Not as far as I'm concerned, really. It's all running along pretty smoothly. There's the usual number of small outstanding debts, but they are being chased up upon, and I don't have any concerns about any of them. So I'm quite happy with our position in that regard.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else got any questions? No? Okay, moving on.
And the community trust, I don't really have any narrative to give onto this, to be perfectly honest. It's all pretty much of a muchness. Councillor Burns has a question.
Sorry. Yeah, Councillor Burns, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I know, Councillor, you can't see us. Just go back to the previous page, Colin, if you wouldn't mind. Where it is, that one, that's it. What are we doing about the community kitchen and trying to get it to be used by commercial ventures? Something you and I have discussed many times, and I thought we were trying to progress this, but we still basically have a very high asset value thing that's hardly used.
You're looking at the wrong stats if you're looking for the usage of it. The community kitchen gets used by different groups, but we don't charge for
No,
it.
I appreciate that, but it's hardly used. It's not used like 7 days a week, for example.
No, it's not used 7 days a week, but it's certainly, I think hardly used is probably...
Well, 2 days a week, maybe, is that?
I thought it was rather more than that, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, that's not what I was told. Okay.
Several groups I thought were using it, unless they've stopped, and I wasn't aware of it. I'll look into it and find out what.
Yeah, we were trying to get the income coming in from the commercial ventures who people like market traders and things like that who wanted to use it.
I'm not aware the council's ever been particularly trying to do that. I know it's had some various inquiries from.
But I must have sent 3 or 4 emails to yourself with people asking.
That's rather different. What you said was that the council is seeking commercial users, and I'm not aware the council has ever agreed to seek commercial users. We have had some who've inquired about it, but that's a difference between inquiring and being able to use it. One of the difficulties we have for commercial use is that commercial use tends to be quite consistent, and that's not necessarily fitting in well with the community use for which we got the grant for. So it's not always, quite so possible. You're absolutely right. You've put several people our way who've expressed an interest. We've not put any barriers in their way whatsoever, but nothing has materialised from it.
Okay, well, the people who I did put away never heard anything from the council.
Well, they were certainly referred on to, and there was discussion. So I'm not entirely sure what they mean by never heard from the council. So.
Yeah, no, well, they've gone away now, but it was a shame that we could have, used it because one of the things we've never done is advertised it, even for other community groups. And I am concerned that there's best part of £100,000 worth of assets in there not being used for the whole community.
Well, okay, so it's £40,000. It's not 100,000. It's £40,000 worth of assets. That's what's on the asset register.
Well, that might be, but that's not what we got from all the other people, was it?
No, that's a reflection of what the investment was by other people. So Karen's group's been using it, Reach were using it. There was another group that was using it, and if they've stopped, I'm not aware that they've stopped. We've had a recent inquiry from a community group wanting to use it, and we've given the same answer each time. We do not rent out the community kitchen. If a group wants to use it for the purposes that it was funded, which is promoting healthy eating, reducing food wastage, etc., then we'll simply allow them to use it. So you're not going to see big income. It's not a commercial kitchen. It's not made out of steel. It was a B&Q kitchen, of course. It's very nice. It's been very nicely installed, but it's not built to be a commercial kitchen. So it might be possible that people who've come along and looked at it expecting to see a commercial kitchen have been slightly surprised to see it's not a commercial kitchen. It's effectively a teaching kitchen. at the end of the day, if there's any councillors that are not familiar with it, we can arrange for them to come and see it. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, do we want to block out community groups that want to use it to teach people how to cook healthy meals in favour of a commercial operation, not wanting to use a proper commercial kitchen, but wanting to use a community facility as a profit-making exercise? The council, to my knowledge, has never actually debated that. If members here want to debate it, we can put it on the agenda.
Okay, I think you and I need to talk about this because I've got emails between you and me where we were talking about commercial opportunities. So,
well, I think you'll probably find, if you look back, you find that you may have been positive, but I wasn't. I was making it perfectly clear it's a community kitchen.
I've got a big to differ on that one. Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, Chair, are you happy for us to go on?
Yes, please, Colin.
Bank recognition there, just a bit more on the community trust debtors and creditors. And that's it really. If there's any more, I don't think there's anything much to comment on the community trust debtors and creditors. It's actually, I think, Kerry, that's mostly us owing us.
Has anybody got any questions for Colin on any of that? No? Okay, thank you. So we can go back to the agenda, moving on then. So it's the, well, I have to wait already, date of the next meeting, which we've got there on Monday, the 30th of October 2023. Okay, just to note that. And on that, I think it was just time for us to say goodbye. Close the meeting at...
hang on, Chair. Councillor Andre has his hand up.
Sorry, I can't see it. Councillor Andre, sorry, beg your pardon.
Sorry, Chair. Kerry spent some time preparing this beautiful diagram, and we've not discussed it or had any descriptions. Could we just ask Kerry to present it for us?
Kerry, happy to do that.
Colin, is it possible for you to share it? Thank you. I mean, it's pretty much, I believe you may have seen this before. It's a breakdown of our full funds over the last 12 months. And you can see there each of our accounts by colour. I feel like it's a very useful tool because you can see over the course of the year, obviously, our spending slowly goes down and then it jumps back up again when we get our precept in. You can also see the breakdown when we have invested into the 32-day and 184-day treasury accounts. So, I mean, I tried to put in the figures at the bottom of the graph as well, because, you know, some accounts are so very small that they barely appear on the graph, like the one Haverhill partnership, you can hardly see it. So hopefully that is useful to you and along the lines of what you wanted.
Thank you, Kerry. Anybody got any questions for Kerry about that?
Councillor Burns.
Right, I'm getting there. Councillor Burns.
Yeah. No, I'm pleased to see this come back, particularly the CCLA side of things. I'd be tempted to not even bother with the One Haverhill partnership stuff because it's not actually a town council. Although we manage it, it's not actually a town council. It's a bit like having Haverhill and Bloom on there. You know, you wouldn't bother with that either. My only pedantic comment is I wouldn't bother with decimal points either on the numbers. But yeah, no, thank you, Kerry, as usual for that. Thank you.
Thank you. I think a graphic representation is always clearer than a graph full of figures, but yeah, thanks for that. So is there anything else? Have I missed anything? No, don't think so. Okay, so okay, that really is, I think, time to close the meeting. This time it's 19:20, so thank you for extending for another 3 minutes, Roger. Appreciate that. We didn't want to break any records today. Yeah, we'll see you all next time. Thank you.